Have you ever found yourself reading a profound text, perhaps a sacred scripture or a deep philosophical work, and encountered passages that immediately make perfect sense, alongside others that seem to hold layers of meaning, inviting deeper thought? This experience perfectly frames the crucial role of understanding Muhkamat and Mutashabihat in Tafsir, which is the scientific and scholarly interpretation of the Quran. Muhkamat and Mutashabihat are profoundly important in Tafsir because they representing the two fundamental categories of verses within the Quran, guiding how scholars approach the holy text and derive its meanings. Muhkamat are the clear, unambiguous verses that convey a single, evident meaning, forming the bedrock of Islamic belief and law. Mutashabihat, on the other hand, are the allegorical or ambiguous verses that admit multiple interpretations, requiring deeper reflection and scholarly insight. The core reason for this distinction's importance lies in the Quran's comprehensive nature as a guide for humanity. Muhkamat verses provide the essential, foundational principles without which there could be no consistent faith or practical guidance. These clear verses prevent confusion on matters of creed and fundamental practices. Mutashabihat verses serve various profound purposes. They test intellectual humility, encourage contemplation, reveal the limits of human knowledge regarding the divine, and often contain metaphors or parables that resonate with different understandings across time and place. This duality ensures that while core beliefs are firm, there is also room for intellectual engagement and growth. For those engaged in Tafsir, correctly identifying and engaging with Muhkamat and Mutashabihat is paramount. When interpreting the Quran, scholars first look for Muhkamat verses to establish firm principles, using them as an anchor for understanding. Then, when approaching Mutashabihat verses, they ensure that any interpretation proposed does not contradict the clear meanings established by the Muhkamat. This systematic approach prevents misguidance, maintains theological coherence, and protects the integrity of Islamic doctrine. A key concept here is the scholarly principle of tashi, or reconciliation. When a Mutashabihat verse appears to clash with a Muhkamat verse, a sincere interpreter does not discard the clear verse but rather seeks to understand the allegorical one in a way that harmonizes with the unambiguous truth. This process often involves deep linguistic analysis, historical context, and consulting the interpretations of early Muslim scholars. Furthermore, the existence of Mutashabihat verses reminds us that complete understanding of divine mysteries is reserved for God alone, fostering humility in interpretation. Understanding the roles of Muhkamat and Mutashabihat enriches your engagement with the Quran, allowing you to appreciate both its steadfast clarity and its profound depth. It enables you to differentiate between established tenets and areas open to scholarly discussion, thereby navigating the vast landscape of Quranic interpretation with greater insight and preventing hasty or erroneous conclusions about the divine message.
If this deepens your faith, like, subscribe, and keep learning with us.